Hey everybody, today we're going to look at properties of rational exponents. So our goal is to simplify expressions with rational exponents. So let's first talk about what a rational exponent is. So if you have, a to the m over n power, you can rewrite that as the nth root, that's a tiny n, of a to the m power. Okay, so when you have that rational exponent, it also represents a radical. And we're going to move forward with that in the next video, but I wanted you to have that idea before we move on. So today we really are talking about the same exponent properties that we did before. So when you multiply two things with the same base, you add the exponents, so m plus n. When you have power to a power, you multiply the power, so m times n. When you have a quantity inside parentheses, that's either multiplication or division over here, but multiplication first, you can raise both of those to that power. And that only works if you're multiplying on the inside or dividing on the inside. A to the 0 power is 1. When you have a negative exponent, you have to move it to the other side of the fraction. In this case, this was on top, right? We could put that over 1, but I got to move it to the bottom. Here I'm dividing, so you have to do m minus n. Anytime you're dividing something with the same base, you subtract the exponents. And since I'm dividing on the inside here, I can raise both of those to the m power. So a to the m over b to the m. And again, you can only put the exponent inside if you are just multiplying or dividing on the inside. Okay, so example 1. Use the properties of rational exponents to simplify the expression with a numerical base. So all I mean is that these bases are numbers, and they have to be the same in order to use the properties above. So here my base is 3. Remember, the base really always stays the same. Then I need to multiply the powers, right? Power to a power, multiply the powers. So you can take out your calculator and do 1/2 times 4/5. That is 2/5. Okay, so 3 to the 2/5 power. Okay, so now here I have 1 over 27 to the negative 1/3. I need to move that up because of this negative exponent. So that becomes 27 to the 1/3 power. Anytime we have a numerical base, we want to make sure it's fully simplified. So 27, let's think about this. 27 is 9 times 3, and 9 is 3 times 3. So I can say that 27 is 3 times 3 times 3, which is 3 to the 3rd, right? That's 27. But then I still have to raise it to the 1/3 power. Okay, now I have power to a power, which I need to multiply. And 3 times 1/3 is just 1, so my answer is 3. Okay, let's move on to part C. So you can only combine things that have the same base. And remember, the base stays the same. So since I'm multiplying two things with base 9, I need to add the exponents. Well, 1/3 plus 4/3, those already have a common denominator. So that is 5/3. And then on the bottom, I have 3 to the 2/3 power. So I cannot do anything until they have the same base. So how can I rewrite the number 9? Well, 9 is 3 times 3. So this is the same as 3 squared to the 5/3 power, right? All I'm doing is rewriting the number 9 as 3 squared, and then I have 3 to the 2/3 power. On top, I need to simplify that again. Power to a power, multiply the power. So 3 to the 10/3 over 3 to the 2/3. Now they have the same base. So now I can keep the base the same. Again, base has to stay 3. And since I'm dividing, I have to subtract the exponents. 10/3 minus 2/3 is 8/3. And if you need your calculator to assist you on those, make sure that you're using them. Okay, so there we go for number bases. Let's move on. So now we have variable bases. We're using the properties of rational exponents to simplify the expression with a variable base. So it works the exact same way because exponent properties hold no matter what type of base that you have. So my base is x. So now I have power to a power, which means I need to multiply the exponents. Okay, so if you need a calculator, you're going to do that. 2/3 times 3/5. And we're going to make that into a fraction, and that is 2/5. So x to the 2/5 power. Here in part B, I'm multiplying. My base always stays the same, and then I need to add my exponents because I'm multiplying. So add exponents. So 1/3 plus 5/7. Make it into a fraction. Math, enter, enter. You get 22 over 21. So y to the 22 over 21 power. Okay, so now I have this whole quantity raised to the 1/2. So that means I get to raise everything to the 1/2 power. So that's 9 to the 1/2. U to the first, because 2 times 1/2 is 1. And v, 10 times 1/2 is 5. So we do need to look at our numbers and just make sure they're fully simplified. Remember, 9 is 3 squared to the 1/2 times u times v to the 5th. 2 times 1/2 is 1. 3u v to the 5th. Okay, so always just make sure your numbers are fully simplified. All right, part D. So when we have problems where there's more going on, we just want to take it one step at a time. So first let's do 10 divided by 15. Okay, 10 divided by 15 is 2/3. Okay. Then let's move to the r's. Okay, so I have 7/5 and 2/3. I first need to figure out which one's bigger. I already know the answer to this. 7 over 5 is more than 1, right? And 2/3 is 0.66. So 7/5 is bigger than 2/3. So my r's are going to hang out on top. And then I need to subtract them because since I'm dividing, I subtract my exponents. So 7/5 minus 2/3, you get 11 over 15. So r to the 11 over 15 power. Then let's move to the s's. Okay, I have a negative exponent, which means I need to move that one to the bottom. So this s to the 3rd is hanging out, and the s to the 3/4 is going to join it on the bottom. So I'm almost done, except for I still have two s's here, right? Two different groups of s's. So I have to combine them. So I have 2r to the 11 over 15 over 3. And since I'm multiplying these two, I need to add the exponents. So 3 plus 3/4 is 15/4. And once I've combined everything, I am done. All right, part E. So now I'm taking everything on the inside where I'm multiplying and dividing and raising it to the 1/3 power. So that means 27 to the 1/3 power. X, 3 times 1/3 is 1. Then I'll move to the B. 4/5 times 1/3 is 4 over 15 over C to the 1/3 power. So I don't have multiple X's, B's, or C's, so those are good. I just need to double check on my 27. Okay, so 27, remember, is 9 times 3, and 9 is 3 times 3. So 27 is 3 to the 3rd raised to the 1/3 times x times b to the 4 over 15 over c to the 1/3, just writing all that down again. And then I need to do power to a power. Remember, power to a power, I multiply the power. So that's just 1. 3 times 1/3 is 1. So 3xb to the 4 over 15 over c to the 1/3 is my final answer. Okay, so all we're doing today is applying the same exponent properties from the beginning that you've seen before, and now our exponents are fractions, and that's it. So no difference, just keep practicing, and if you have any questions, the end of this note sheet is a great place to write them, so you are ready for class the next time we meet. See you then.